Welcome, everybody. As we prepare for Rosh Hashanah, we're going to daven mincha together, which is on page 431 in your Machzor. Ashrei yoshvei v'tacha od yalelucha sela. Ilator Raida Berki, Vivarak, Vassashin Kocholela, Maedvanak, Nunavarakia, Metavalam, Hallelujah. It Karavi Karashem, Rama, Rama, Nibrakitivim, if Mokutiv, Kovit, Srabagavis Makarivim, Ruami, Ishmerabam, Varak, Lama, Maya, Barak, Shabak, Rabinam, in a save to drop the Lash, made a Kudisha, Kule, Lam, Barakadak Shirata, Shvishmachata, Venechamata. Amen. We rise as we begin the Amidah, out loud, page 433. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Nara, El Hayom, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei HaKol, V'zocher chasei avot, u'mei goel ibnei b'neim l'man shemo b'Ahava, Melech Ozer Fokeinu Moshiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'Moked Tzara, Atah Gibor Le'elam Adonai, Mechayim Etim Atah Rav Lo Shia Morid Atal, Mechapel Chayim Echesed, Mechayim Etim Rachamim Rabim, So Megnafli Brofe Cholim Matirat Terim, Unkayim Umunatol Ishenei Afar, Milchama Givorot, Umido Melach, Melech Limitim Chayev Matzmiach Kishiwa, V'Reman Atala Chayot Mitim, Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei Amitim. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב הידיעך, וכרזל זר יאמר. קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות מלך כל הארץ כבודו, למעתם ברוך יאמרו. ברוך כבר אדוני ממקומו, ויברא קודשך, כתוב לאמור. ימלוך אדוני לעולם ולעד ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. ימלוך אדוני לעולם ולעד ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נקיבו לכל לנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקיש. ושבחך אלוהים מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד, כי המלך גדול וקדוש אתה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. Taverners, please continue. We are at 441. It's good. All we can also make Amen.
Amen. Yishmei Rabban Borach L'Olam Maya. Brichu. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Shalom v'imramav. Yaseh shalom aleinu v'yalko Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Aleinu l'shabech l'adon hakol.
Amen. L'shabech l'adon.
Mourners Kaddish 443. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah Yalama divrach kivutei v'yamnit nochutei v'chayechon v'mechon v'chayid kol Beit Yisrael v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen.
Amen. Yishmei Rabban Borach L'Olam Maya.
Yibarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitama v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitolach Shmei Kurishah
Brichu.
V'chol le'elam in kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'rechamata tamiram yalama v'imru amen.
Amen.
Shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yalko Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom miramav Yaseh shalom aleinu v'yalko Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen. The Shana Tova, everybody. I am so happy to see you here, and I have reasonable confidence that even more of us will be gathered tomorrow and Sunday too, and that'll be wonderful as well. We are, the size of our group is such that we can do something that I think may help us step into the day, and that is if you are willing to share something that stood out for you in the year gone by, or this might feel a little riskier as we don't, you're not necessarily among people, all people you know, something in the past year that was challenging for you, something you're looking forward to in the year ahead, or perhaps something you look at with trepidation. This is a moment, obviously, of turning in many, many ways, tshuva, and in order to make a turn, we need to know where we've been and where we're going. So, hello. Is there anyone who would like to share something that you are, again, from the year gone by or from the year ahead? Elliot, go ahead. Getting your Nintendo. And that was a big deal. How's it going for you? Yeah, are you good at it? Yeah. Excellent. Okay, you've got one Nintendo. Others? Yeah, go ahead. Can you remind me of your name?
Mark and Ron Siegel from Florida.
Right. Good to see you.
My daughter, Brandy, and my son-in-law, Jake. This has been a real special year. We found out this past Mother's Day that we're going to be grandparents for the first time. And we just had a gender reveal a few weeks ago and found out we have a granddaughter. So Or in the end of November.
You may or may not know the beautiful expression, rather than saying congratulations for something that hasn't happened yet, there's a Jewish custom to instead say B'sha'a Tova, that it should come in a good time, an auspicious time. So, won't everyone call it out? B'sha'a Tova.
B'sha'a Tova.
Wonderful. Others? Well, I will, go ahead, yeah.
I had a car that my brother, all of a sudden, his car came out and tried to see if it didn't work, so I had to get another car, get my own, so.
So Mark, you have a new car, which I think you're enjoying very much.
Very much.
Okay. You remind me of the movie Avalon, where one of the congregants buys the highest of high-end new cars every Rosh HaShanah, but I know yours came a few months earlier than that. Go ahead.
It's so nice to see people's faces again.
Yes. Penny says it's nice to see people's faces again. A nice change from what we've had recently. Others, yes, Beth.
I had the wonderful experience of seeing one of my sisters who's been addicted for quite a while go through recovery and continue her path as a recovery addict and living a beautiful life now with her kids. Her boys are older, but she now has a relationship with them, and that's been phenomenal.
That is wonderful. May she enjoy all the blessings available to her now in her healthy life. Anyone else? Yeah, go ahead. Getting sober. And Brian, we celebrate with you your getting sober and wish you continued steadfastness and strength and purpose, and may new doors open for you as well, thanks to being unburdened that way. Anyone else? Well, I will say on the positive side, some of you know that in December, I got to mark. It's approximate. The ceremony is for 25 years, but mine was actually 26. Somehow, being a year behind feels appropriate to me. But got to mark 25 years in the rabbinate, and for a number of ways, it felt like a significant milestone in my life and in my career, a great sense of fulfillment. And on the trepidation side, just this week, my 92-year-old mother, my Sibs and I, with difficult decision-making, decided to move her to a new facility. And that was, I believe, the right decision, and yet I worry about her health. I worry about her health and longevity. So that's something that weighs on my heart. We'll take one or two more, and then we'll continue with the dialogue. Is there a hand? Oh, Elliot. Earning your belt in Taekwondo and Nintendo too. It's been a banner year for you. I'm sorry, Astrid, go ahead.
We had the distinct privilege of spending the holidays with our family here in Milwaukee and family in Germany, just to be with them, and we're just so blessed and so grateful that this has actually happened.
And we're so happy to see you as well. And I'm going to cheat and add one more, like Elliot. I'm going to take a second bite at the Rosh HaShanah apple. And that is, I want to acknowledge our au pair, Cheyenne Haig, sitting in the back. Cheyenne came to our family just under a year ago, immediately after Rosh Hashanah last year, which was a bit later in September. And Shana has been a gift to my family. And we'll be here through June of next year, so that's just great. All right. Ellie, I need to put you down.
How about, you have one more?
Do we have one more? Do we have this? Yes.
I'll take a bite of the Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah.
I'm in Haryana.
Yes.
We had twins. She is one of two.
Uh-huh.
The other one is in San Antonio, and she got engaged on New Year's Eve, just 2022. And she's in the middle of planning a wedding, so we have a wedding coming up as well.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So, again, B'Shah Tova, may it all go well. So, I ask these questions for a few reasons. Most of all, just to help us get to know one another. And sometimes I feel like inside davening is there's an enforced kind of privacy and inwardness. And I wanted to bring some of what's on our hearts out. But the second reason I wanted to do that exercise is that Rosh Hashanah is like all of our holidays, Rosh Hashanah is a multifaceted. It's a multifaceted holiday. And its facets, its faces are seem not entirely in sync. One is it's a wonderful, joyful holiday, Shana Tova, full of sweetness and reunions and a deep sense of gratitude. But it's also a holiday of anxiety. The liturgy, the prayers are full of anxiety about our lives, the quality of our lives, the value and merit in our lives, and the span of our lives. It's very much about our mortality. And both go together. And I want to say with a full heart, I never say things like this, but I will now, with the authority of tradition, that there are things we are anxious about, that life is difficult and sometimes frightening and confusing, is not contrary to the joyful and bountiful blessings of life. It all goes together. As in the magnificent Naomi Shemer song, Al Advash V'al Oketz, for the honey and for the stinger too. It is all part of one God-given blessed life, and please God, the honey outweighs the stinger, but most of all, our sense of gratitude, our sense of capacity, our sense of connection to one another and to God, our sense of purpose, please God, gives us the ability, the reserve of strength to handle our disappointments and our challenges. May they be few. May we have support when they come, and may it be for all of us a good new year. The davening begins at page 4. It is Shabbat tonight as well as Rosh Hashanah. So Mizmor Shir and then the Mourner's Kaddish.
Mizmor Shir Le'om HaShabbat of L'Olam. Tzadik Shatamar Yifrach Erez Balvanon Yizkar Shetulim Bevet Adonai Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafriho Odinovon Bezeva Bishenim Verananim Yeo Lehagi Ki Yashar Adonai Suri Velo Avlatavo Adonai Malachi Lavish Adonai Osita Zaraf Tikon Tigel Baltimon Mikolot, my Rabbi Mariri Mishpereyam, Adir Bamarom, Adonai, Eidot Achanem Numod, Levet Achana Kodesh, Adonai, Leorech Yamim. Mourner's Kaddish, page 26. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemir Rabba Yalama Dimra Kirute V'yamnit Machute Echayechon Yevimechon Yivchayid V'chol Beit Yisrael Hagala V'zman Kariv Imru Amen Yishmer Rabba Mevarach L'olam L'Mamaya Yiparach V'shavach V'par V'troma V'naseh V'tadar v'tale v'talash v'kudisha v'kuleila le'ila min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata tabiram yalama v'imru amen Shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim alenu v'yako Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom v'ramav hu yaseh shalom Hallelujah, Ko Israel, Vimru Amen. We rise as we open the Ark, as we begin Marif with Baruch Hu, page 5.
We can be seated.
Adonai Tzevaot Shema Echai v'kayam Tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Amariv Aravim Ki yem chayenu ובאורך ימינו בהם נגע יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושמעתם למענך ודיברת בם, בשבתך ובביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ותקומך וקשרתם לעוז בביתך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וסתם המזוזות ביתך ובישמרך היה. Adonai lechem We're on page 8 in the middle at the red arrow. O Malchuto Braton Kibalu Alehem Moshe Ovnei Yisrael Lechanu Shira Lesimcha Rabah Ve'amaru Chulam Mi Chamocha Ba'ilim Adonai Mi Chamocha Nerav HaKodesh Nora Tehilot מלכותך ראו בניך בקיים לפני משה לילי אנו ואנו אדוני ימלוך
לעולם הבא.
ונאמר כי פדר את יעקב וגלו מי החזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני
ברוך שמו.
על ישראל.
Amen. Page 9. Hashkivenu. B'bayit Eloheinu Shalom Avitenu Melech Haolam. Hoshen.
ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום אתה ביד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורי סוכת שלום
עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל על ירושלים
rise ושמרו בני ישראל
את השבת ועשות השבת לדורותם ברית עולם
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם אין ירא מן ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל
שבת לעשות את השבת ברית עולם
וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש שבת ויהי נפש שבת ויהי נפש ושמרו
בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Page 10 at the top. Kiko v'chodesh shofar v'kesel yom chagenu kichok l'Yisrael mishpat l'Elokei Yaakov yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah
Amen.
Ve'alamar yivarach kibruti v'yamich malchuti v'chayechon v'yimechon v'chayin kol beit Yisrael v'adala v'vizman
Kariv.
ve'yimaru
Amen. Shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam. Omaya.
Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitroma v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal Shemir Kuresha
Berichu
Leila
Ela mikol chatavish.
Tushbechata v'nechemata Yamiran ve'alama ve'yimaru
Amen. We've arrived at the individual Amidah, which begins at page 11. I encourage you, unless you are very familiar with it, to take a moment and read the guiding instructions, for example, at the top of page 11. Notice where we do and don't make additions for Shabbat. There's something we do add and then don't add, or don't and then do on page 14, and so on. Page 11.
So pretty, but they're fragile. These are sharp.
For Shabbat, we continue on page 18. ויכלו השמיים והארץ כחוץ בם, ויכל מים משפיעים מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבה מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו אלוהי אברהם Sarah, Eloi Rivka, Eloi Rachel, Eloi Leah. El Hagedol Hagibor Menora, El Hayon, Kone Shamayim, Va'aret, Magid Avot
בדברו בחיי מתים מאמרו הקדוש שאין כמוהו המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו כי בם רצה להניח להם לפניו לעבוד ביראה בפחד לשמור בכל יום תמיד מעון הברכות אל ההודעות אדון השלום שבת ומברך שבי ומניח בקדושה לעמדו שני עונג זכר למעשה בראשית
Eloheinu Eloi Avotenu Ritzivim Nuchateinu Adishkenu b'mitzvotecha v'tein chakeinu b'toratecha Taveinu mituvecha v'samachnu b'shuatecha v'tayil libeinu li'adecha b'emet V'anchilinu Adonai Eloheinu ve'agav ratzon shavachotchecha ve'anu chova Yisrael ve'kadeshei shemecha Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Shemo
Mekadesh HaShabbat
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Yesh meraba mevorach leolam omeomaya yitbarach. Amen.
יש גם רבה משמיה והחיים עלינו ועל ישראל ואמרו
אמן.
עושה שלום במרומיו יעשה שלום עלינו ועל ישראל ואמרו
Amen. I call to your attention the incredible poem on the far margin, the left margin on page 20. There's much here that is, Ellie, I can't do this. Down. There's much here that is quite magnificent. Let's read together the medieval piyut, creation, in the center of the left side of page 20. Who established the highest heights, who propelled the sphere's rays? Who is as great as the divine? Who can describe the most sublime? Even silence is your praise. Who spoke and with word day came to be? Who glanced and in that gaze created land? Who propelled the waves and set limits to the seas? Who raised up mountains and formed the valleys? Who exactly measured the distance the world spanned? Even silence is your praise. Who placed hair on human heads and caused it to grow or fall out? Who made each worm slither and move only that way? Who formed each person, each in Adam's mold? Who created species, members alike, numbers untold? Who can describe God's ways and what God has given? Who can repay? Even silence is your praise. You'll find toward the bottom of the right side of page 20 a little note explaining where that poem comes from. Okay. I want to call your attention to the couplet at the bottom of page 22. In my opening remarks, I said, we sort of a note of realism of the embrace of what a full life entails. That it entails blessings of joy and bounty, but also blessings of struggle and adversity, and all of it together is our blessed lives. And this couplet, though, seems to suggest otherwise. Tichle shana v'kilotah. May this year's troubles, the Hebrew is actually sharper than that. Tichle shana v'kilotah. Tachel, similar sound but different spelling and a different word entirely. Tachel shana uvirchoteha, and a year of blessing begin. Let the year now past and its troubles, even curses, be gone, be concluded, and let begin a new year with its blessings. So what? The new year will only have goodness, will only have blessings of joy and bounty? Let's not answer that question. Let's instead say that the heartfelt, maybe teary-eyed, but tight embrace in which we say to one another, to the ones we love the most, may you have a year that's only good, only blessings, only joy, only good health in the coming year. Let's say that intensity, the intensity of that hope, which comes from our hearts and not from our minds, the intensity of that hope is part of what steels us for whatever may come in the year ahead. Okay. We are going to stand then at page 25, Aleinu L'Shabech.
Aleinu L'Shabech L'Adon HaKol, L'Adinu L'Yoter Reshit, Shalosh Adikloye Aratot, V'Alos Amanu K'mishkachot Adamah, Shalosh Amotokenu Kem, V'Gavor Aleinu K'Kol Adonam, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שבונה את השמיים ויסד הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו וגומר מרומי הוא אלוהינו אינו אבן מלכנו אבן זולתו כך כתוב בתורתו וידעת היום בשבעות האלה ברכה כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל והארץ
מתחתנו. Okay, נקבל לכאן מרב, נביר, כמינה, חוב נפש.
הכתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר ביד אדוני מלך כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
At page 27, the psalm for the season, and then those in mourning or marking a yortzeit will stand at 26 for the mourner's kaddish. Page 27. Le David Adonai Ori v'ishi mimir Adonai Moshem mi'achad v'proven. Hema kashlu v'nitachane alay takum alay mi'achad Shivti bebeit Adonai kol yemei chayai lachazot. Luleihem anti liropetu ha'aretz chayim kaveh Adonai chazak me'amet sibecha ve'kaveh el Adonai.
Luleihem anti liropetu ha'aretz ve'eretz chayim kaveh el Adonai, chazak me'amet sibecha ve'kaveh el Adonai.
Mourner's kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash merabah, v'almad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayei v'chol beit Yisrael, v'galav v'zman kariv v'yimaru amein, yishmei rabam borach olam omer maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnasei, Vitadar, vitale, vitalal, shemene kudesha, brichu. Leila, Leila, mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran ve'alma v'imaru amein. Yehesh lama rabba min shamaya, v'chayim aleinu al kol Yisrael v'imaru amein. Oseh shalom v'romav, uyaseh shalom, aleinu al kol Yisrael v'imaru amein.
I invite everyone to rise for Kiddush, page 24. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei beri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'am, v'rov banu mikol ha'shan, v'kiddushanu b'mitzvotav. ותיתן לנו ארוננו באהבה את יום השבת הזה ואת יום הזיכרון הזה ויום זכרו של רוח ואהבה מקרא קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל עמים, ודברך אמת וקיים לעד. ברוך אתה אדוני, מלך כל הארץ, מקדש ישראל. מלך כל הארץ, מקדש השבת. מלך כל הארץ, מקדש השבת בישראל, ויום הזיכרון.
אמן.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Amen. We can be seated. We're going to conclude with Yigdal at 28. And there at the foot of the page, if the traditional greeting doesn't roll off your tongue here in this smaller crowd, you can practice it. It got nice transliteration on the far side. On your way out the door tonight, you won't be fighting the crowds to look at some of the flyers on the greeters table just there. There's a whole lot going on. Over Rosh Hashanah into Yom Kippur, lots happening during Sukkot. Please have a look. And anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. We're starting at 8:15, correct? Isn't that what we said? All right, page 28.
יגדל אלוהים חי וישתבח, נמצא בעיני תלמידותו, אחד יגיד כייחודו, אלא וגם איתו, לאחדותו, אין לו דעות ותרבות, ואינו גוף. לא אליו קדושתו, אדמון לקורבן, אשר נברא, ראשון בראשית,
לראשיתו הינו.
אדון עולם וכל נוצר, לגדולתו ומלכותו, שפע נבואתו נתנו אל אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו. הוקם בישראל כמו שאול, נביא ומביט את אמונתו. תורת אמונתן לעמו אל היה נביאו למען ביתו, לא יכל יפעל ולא ימיר דתו, לכל עמים לזולתו, צופה ויודע סתרנו, מאמין לסוף דבר בקדמתו, גומר איש חסד כמפעלו נותן לרשע רק ירשתו, ישלח לקטעמים משיחנו לפתור לחקקת ישועתו מתים יפייל ברוך חסדו ברוך תהילתו מתים יפייל ברוך חסדו ברוך תהילתו. שבת שלום, שנה טובה.
Shabbat Shalom לשנה טובה תיכתבו.
I'm not safe for Shy Bear. Sorry, that's not safe for Shy Bear.
ושנה טובה.
See you, Rabbi. Thank you.